I was 16 when I got lost in the woods. It was supposed to be a simple day hike in the national forest near our cabin. My family goes every summer. I wandered off the trail chasing what I thought was a deer path, phone in hand for pictures. No signal, of course. By the time I realized I was turned around, the sun was dropping and the trees all looked the same. Panic hit hard that first night. I screamed for help until my voice cracked, but no one came. I had a small backpack, a water bottle, half full, a granola bar, a lighter. Dad insisted I carry one just in case, a pocket knife, and the hoodie I was wearing. No food beyond that bar, no tent, no map. I curled up under a pine tree, crying myself to sleep, convinced I'd die out there. Day 1. I rationed the granola bar into tiny bites and focused on water. I'd read somewhere that dehydration kills faster than hunger. I followed the sound of running water downhill until I found a clear stream. It looked clean, fast moving over rocks, so I drank straight from it, cupping my hands. I refilled my bottle over and over. To purify what I could, I'd fill it and let it sit, hoping the sediment settled. No way to boil yet. Shelter came next. The nights were cold, even in summer. I found a spot with a fallen log for a windbreak and gathered branches, leaning them against it like a lean-to, then piling leaves and pine boughs on top for insulation. It wasn't pretty, but it blocked the wind and kept me drier when it rained on day 3. Fire was my lifeline. That lighter saved me. I collected dry tinder, birch bark peels, dead grass, small twigs, and built a teepee structure with bigger sticks. It took forever to get it going the first time, my hands shaking from cold. But once it caught, the warmth felt like a miracle. I kept it small to conserve wood, feeding it constantly. At night, I'd bank the coals and sleep close, waking to blow it back to life. Food was the hardest. After the granola was gone, I foraged carefully. I'd watch survival shows with my dad. Rule of thumb: avoid anything white or milky, stick to what you know. I found blackberries and raspberries on bushes, tasting one at a time and waiting hours to see if I got sick. They were tart, but filling. Dandelion leaves were bitter but edible. I ate the young ones raw. I dug for cattail roots near the stream once, chewing the starchy parts. No protein really, except a few bugs I forced down when desperation hit. I was hungry all the time, stomach cramping, but it kept me going. I tried to move smarter each day, staying put in one spot after the first 2, building a big help signal with rocks in a clearing, marking trees with my knife so I wouldn't circle. I climbed hills looking for smoke or roads, but mostly conserved energy. The mental part was brutal. Hallucinating voices, crying over nothing, talking to myself to stay sane. On day 7, weak and covered in scratches, I heard helicopters. I stumbled to my signal, waving my bright red hoodie, screaming until I was hoarse. They spotted me. Rescuers said I'd lost 15 pounds, was hypothermic and dehydrated, but alive because I'd done the basics right. Water, shelter, fire, staying put. Looking back, it was the scariest week of my life, but it taught me I'm tougher than I thought. The woods didn't beat me. I listened to them, and I survived.